I'm changing the motor and cable out of a 2009 Dodge Ram pickup truck. The first thing you have to do is loosen up the upper seat part of your back seat. To do that, you pop off these plastic guards down here, and you take off 2 bolts. Here they are. If you can see the bolt, that is 13 millimeters. So most of these things here are all 13 mil. Okay, you get that off. Up here, the top here, you have to take off. There's a Phillips screwdriver inside of this, which is now turned upside down. Pop that little panel there, that tab, and a Phillips screwdriver. Number 2 will take off that screw, and you can pop this off. The bottom one kind of just pulls apart and pops off. Okay, so now what I have is this back part of the seat, which I can move around and get out of the way if I need to get back in here some more. Also, I had some seat belt for child safety that were on here. They come over here, right here. Those were 13 mil. I took those off because there's a felt panel, insulating panel, that goes across the whole thing here. And I wanted to get that out of the way so I could reach the motor. I was able to get in here. There's 2 clips in here that look just like these here that hold the flexible cable to the back wall. And that's what I'm going to take off now. I would like to get this out of the way so I can pull on the cables that are back here. And I'm attempting to do that now. I'm going to shut off the video. But it appears that up in here there are a nut over here and one on the other side that keeps this from popping off. And I believe it's going to be a 13 mil. So what I'll do is I'll start the removal of that and then come back and see what it looks like later. You see the cable there and the little spots here in the back of that cable. The retainer right there. Pull on the cable, it'll come right out of the hole. Okay, the window is back in. You see it there? We've got the cable hooked up on this side. We have a cable hooked up over on that side. You have this plastic block here that's going to fit right in a spot here. It's designed for the block to go in. Over on the other side, there's a block very close to where the window opens, and one all the way to the end. And I'm going to hook it into the one that's closest to the window when it's closed. So I'm going to close the window here, and you see how it closes. And right back over there on the other side of what would normally be like a windowsill is the block socket for the other block. So I'm going to go over there and put that in now. So here you can see the block and a little socket where I'm going to feed this thing in, but I need both hands to do it, so I have to shut this thing down again, and we'll do it again. Okay, I've taken the window out because I noticed that this plastic piece right here is kind of cracked. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, that's what's been wrong with the window. Is it kind of gives away when you're pulling the cable. And you can see the little knob on the end of the cable, how it fits in there. Okay, and so what I did is I took and drilled a little hole right there and got myself a spring pin and cut it down, made it smaller, and fit it in there so that now, and I did it on both sides, even though the other side is not broken yet. I didn't want it to break. I have fit it down in that hole. Okay, I'll get a better look at it. Okay. You can see here, the sun's coming there. But in that hole, in that slot, now, what I have is I have a pin. And you see the pin? Now it's a keeper. So when that bulb pulls against the plastic, it can't get out now. Because the plastic there, the straight part would open up and allow that pin to come loose, and then it would mess up your cable and everything, and your window wouldn't work. So with that on both sides, I'm going to go ahead and put this back together now. Also, there's a liner that goes up in here, which you probably can't see, and it pulls out. Okay, you slide the window one side, all the way to one side, and then you can reach up there and pull it out, and then you can push the window up toward the roof of the truck, and then the bottom of the window will pull out, and you can get it out and drill holes and fix it if that's what you need to do. So next thing is I'm going to put this all back together, and we'll see how it is. Okay, so there it is there. I'm trying to put the light on it. The block goes right in, fit in the block right there. Okay, here's the plug. Now, if you have trouble getting the plug off, you squeeze down on this yellow thing here, I mean the gray there, but also you have this orange push pin thing. You have to push the pin out and then grab a hold of this, and then it will pull out. If you don't push this back in from here, okay, from, we'll say the right side, push it through to where it sticks out, you won't be able to pull the cable out. So push that through, press on this, pull it out, comes out real easy.